Hello everybody, good morning. I hope you're all doing well this morning. I am a little bit behind because my game just crashed and it takes a couple minutes to start up, but there we are. We've made it. Okay then. Our audio levels look good, everything looks good. I'm gonna put us into performance mode so that we can get a little bit more performance. And off we go. Okay, so some of you may have missed yesterday a afternoon stream, evening stream, a rare one. But I got a few things done. I started working through this area here, which is going to be a big sandy area, kind of a beach, I think. Yes, I remember, Real Alexander, you were there, and you were one of the only people there for some of the streams, so thank you for that. I do remember. So, I'm gonna have a little go at working on the beach again. I cannot unfortunately do an afternoon stream every day because I have some things to be getting on with outside of my work. And my girlfriend, my lovely girlfriend too, you know, spend some time with. I can't do that while I stream, so yes, I will do an afternoon stream when I have the time, but that's not always. So I'm just going to take a little bit more off here because I'm realizing now, looking at it, that this is not really the shape that I wanted still. So I'm just going to try and claw back a little bit of space here. And maybe we can push back all of these layers here, perhaps. Get one there. Gosh, it's tricky. This is still not a trivially simple technique, actually, to create these kind of smooth, convex shapes, I suppose, is the word I'm looking for. I think a blend ball is maybe the best way of doing it, but I don't really know for sure. Oh, excuse me. A little bit off here. I know I've got some sandstone showing. I should probably... I will probably still be streaming in September and August. Yes, I'm not planning on stopping then, so you can probably watch me then, I guess. It's bedtime now. It's kind of understandable. It is getting quite late, I think, in the Americas. I should probably use an overlay tool for that. Well, that's a little bit better, I think, a little bit more smooth. Not gonna go too overboard with the handwork through here. It's okay, I think. Oh, you live in England? Oh, you've got to go to work. Right. To school, I guess, yeah. That makes sense. I guess it is kind of an unfortunate time. Oh well, that's a shame. But I mean, school is important, so, you know, good. Stay in school, kids, and all that. Alrighty. So, yeah, I did have something to do. Maybe we can do some more trees for now. Let's go for some trees. So we've got these palm trees going on. We could do a couple more, I think. So let's do it. Boom. I wonder if we could do something with the catenary, with the palm tree, to see if we can create kind of an interesting palm tree shape. Let's try it. So if I take a B catenary, what kind of wood is that? That is 17.3. Rush Catenary 17.3 1.05. Let's try that and see what happens. That kind of works, actually. Yeah, why not? Let's just use that as a tree, I guess. So this world in total has been a few months now, actually. So this section that you see here, I started it about a month ago, I think, but I did take 2 weeks of break. So the whole kind of main sandy bit that you see in the water was about a week, so about 5 episodes. This cliffside here was about 3, I think, 4, and this one, the mountain, took about 5 or 6 as well. And so we have some slow progress, really. But I mean, it's, you know, stuff takes time. I think it's not too slow, actually. It's probably reasonably quick as far as progress goes. So we're gonna go for some big boy leaves as well on this plant. Yes. And maybe we can get a one in here. Well, you say that, but I mean, I'm very happy to do this by myself. I'm not here to kind of finish it. That's not really what I'm aiming to do here. Yeah, sure, but I like to do things my way. Which is the slow and painstaking way, generally. Although with these well-loaded tools, it's a bit quicker. Cool. Yes, yes. So I'm gonna keep doing these all the way along the edge, actually. Yeah. Jerome, hello. Here's what I'm going to try here. I'm going to try a tree coming out of the side using the catenary brush here. So I kind of build out here. Yeah, exactly. People can't get in the way is a big one, actually, because people do, and notably, a big one for me is that I like having the final say over the build, and you know, that's just not always possible with other people. It's usually not possible because, you know, you can't go through. No one likes someone overbuilding their build, like replacing what they've done. That's just completely disheartening. And so I don't want to do that to people. I don't want people to have to experience that. So the only thing is that I have to do it myself. It's the only other option, really, if I want to be able to have the final say and the final kind of build over everything. So that's what I do. Right then, let's go here. I hope you guys are stoked to see some more leaves get built. These are more wilty, these leaves, and less bouncy. Maybe I should try to make them a little bit more bouncy. I will see you tomorrow. I don't think I'll be here in the afternoon. We'll see. But I'm fairly certain no. Have fun at school. You know, study hard and all that. Get some good grades and stuff. Good for you. And let's build one over here. Cool. Nice. And let's see about some more. I think we need some more bone meal in here. We should bone meal the whole way along the edge, in fact. guess we don't need to bone meal to where we haven't actually built yet, but... yes. Maybe we could build a big boy. Let's try it. I'm going to use a catenary brush again. Let's do it over here, because we haven't really completed this area. So I'm going to do a big catenary brush, and we'll find out what happens. So I'm just going to grab these guys again. And come out here. In fact, let's bring it out even further a little bit. Favorite block. Oh, there are a lot of good blocks. I think... Actually, I recently discovered, or, well, not that recently, no, but a few months back, when I came back, I discovered that there was the magma block, and I love the magma block. It's so good. Such a good block. So maybe the magma block. So here I'm going to do a catenary brush with the size of 1. And what this ought to do then is create us a big boy tree. That is a big boy tree. I'm actually going to undo that, and we're going to try with a greater hanging angle. So this may not work, but we'll practice. We'll try it out until it does. It's still not enough actually. Let's do full on 1.2 and see what happens. Pillar quartz. Yeah, quartz pillar. I think it looks nice, but I don't know how. It's difficult to use it, I think. Alright, I'm just going to do this and then we can destroy that because I didn't mean to do that. Alrighty. So, let's get some trees on here. There's some leaves on here, and I'm going to use technique because I think we're going to need it. So the leaves are 18.3. So if we go +2, line 18.3, and let's just kind of do this kind of the whole way around. Oops, do that. I want to do +2, line 18.3, and we'll do a +2 and a line 18.3. Yeah, it's probably better for modern houses than a lot of things. The problem with it is that it kind of, in my opinion, it encourages building flat. Maybe it's just that I'm bad at building structures, which, I mean, I've never claimed to be great at. In fact, when we come to building the structures in this build, it's going to be one of the first times I've done it in a long time, so we'll see how that goes. And let's get some more over here now. So this is just the kind of placeholders for now. We get a bit more detailed on this in a moment. And here. And here. Yeah. Already looks kind of nice. Now we just need to make it look good. So we got a few strands on there. So we need to make these look like leaves. Let's start from the top, I suppose. So what I'm going to do first is try to make them a bit more curved. And then what I'm going to do is try and make them look a bit more like leaves. Like a leaf, I think. And maybe we can... Maybe something like this actually looks better. Yeah, okay, we'll leave that for now. Let's just have one maybe on the end there. Get a little bit of a hanging effect. Yes, cool, cool. Oh, I hate building trees. I know I've been building trees non-stop, but I hate it. The problem, I think, with trees, it's like building a... I don't know if you ever tried to build a hand. I have. It's one of the first organic builds that I made, and I regretted it. It is... I believe it's because, as humans, we see trees all the time. Trees are... Oh no! I used the rotting leaves. It's okay, though, because I'm placing by hand a lot of these, so we'll be okay, I think. It's because we spend a lot of time looking at trees, so we all know how trees look. And so we can very easily tell when a tree's wrong. But this, I think, combined with the fact that... a tree is actually very difficult to build. Like, it's a very complex shape. It follows some very kind of complex rules for building it. I think these two things together make it very difficult to build a tree successfully. I don't know if you ever tried drawing or painting a tree. Like, it's the same story. It's just incredibly difficult. There's so much detail in them, and if you don't do it right, the human eye will easily notice that it's wrong. Makes it, yeah, really a tough job. It is definitely a tough job. And it's a lot of repetitive work as well, like what I'm doing here, just leaf after leaf after leaf, but I don't know of a good technique for kind of speeding this process up. So we must do it by hand. It's kind of annoying. But I think it's worth. At least these palm trees come out quite nicely. Which is good. That's what we want, nice trees, not bad trees. Get another one in there, maybe? Yes. Yes, that's looking quite good now. Oh, so this one has decayed a bit, hasn't it? It's really awkward. I should have used a different block number. I don't remember which one it is, though, to stop them from rotting. But it's okay. There's no biggie. I should rebuild over the whole thing anyway, really. So this kind of practice, though, actually is really good for if you want to learn how to build organic shapes. Just building them, I think, is probably the #1 way of doing it. You just build and you build and you build, and eventually you begin to be able to gain the skill of telling how a... Yeah, you gain the skill of telling how a 3D shape should look in this voxel world, and how to implement various different shapes, particularly on the smaller scale when you only have a few blocks to play with. That's a real skill. I think the only way to really learn it is to just practice. You can learn these kind of patterns that show up again and again and again. What is that looking like? That is not the right shape. Yeah, that's good enough. And sometimes, probably one of the main things you have to learn is sometimes you can't do it. There's not a way to do it, and you have to settle for either something. You either have to abandon your idea, or you have to settle for something that doesn't look quite right, because it just simply isn't possible using the restraints of the medium, i.e. using these voxels. Well, I think it's just a little bit at a time, perhaps, is what's keeping me going here. Plus, obviously, I get to have a chit-chat with people. This would be quite lonely otherwise, I think, doing this day after day. So I think that keeps me going a little bit. But I wasn't sure either how long I'd be doing this for, but I do enjoy it, so I think I'll be doing it for at least a little while longer. That is the general building, not the trees. I hate trees. I hate building trees. here. Come on. Come on. Yes, I think, you know, things are going wrong when they start to look worse and worse, which does happen frequently in Minecraft, actually, much more frequently than I would like. You start building something and then you're like, wait a second, it looked better before, and then it's at that point, you know, you got to give it a rest, really. And we got a couple more left now. I wish there was like a reverse catenary. I don't actually know what this word catenary means. I mean, I assume it must mean something like parabola or whatever. It must be maybe it's a mathematical shape. So we lost the other branch that was coming out here, the other leaf here. In fact, it looks like we've lost an entire leaf somewhere, so we'll probably fudge one back in. Let's get this one first. Here. Yes. Oh, that's a huge problem with Minecraft. That's what I was alluding to before with the sometimes you have to accept that it's not going to work as you originally envisioned it, or that the medium cannot do it. Nice. Cool, cool, cool. Big fat boy. Big trunky boy. Nice, that looks good. Let's get some Where Easy brown terracotta. Get some coconuts. Consider the coconut. Cobble on the ground too. Consider its leaves. Nice. Alrighty, so I think I'm done building trees for this morning, or at least in this area. So I'm going to. I just realised I haven't connected to everything. So if there's anybody speaking at me from streamer, Mixer. I'm sorry, I've just reconnected the chat, so just excuse me for just one moment. Alrighty, I suppose we need more trees, really. Not sure if there's much else to be done. Let's leave the trees for now. We'll no, actually I should do the trees. I guess we're doing it. This is the tree building episode, guys. You heard it here first. We're building trees. Let's see if we can do some cool trick, actually. Maybe we can do a rotation trick to make a kind of a bunch of cool trees. Nah, maybe that's not necessary. Let's get a big boy here. Like a big thick tree. So we'll lean it over this way. Actually, let's do. If I do, let me do it. Yeah, I'll just build up. I think. I'm gonna do another big boy. So the same thing I just did. Morning, George. Yes, I remembered. Haha. Alright, so that's fine, except that we have these stuff that's left. I want to do a more leany tree as well, so let's try that. Try and make it lean even more. So, in order to do that, I'm going to change my brush here. Okay, apparently I spammed that a lot. Let's try like a 1.5. This is going to work oddly, I think. but we'll see what happens. Oh, there it is. That looks pretty good, actually. Yeah, I'm not displeased with that really at all. You know what we could do? Is this cheeky? I think this is cheeky. Let's do it anyway. Lazy boys. Steal the top off this one. Oh, actually, before we do that, let's repair the damage that the leaf rot has done. Yeah, I think we're okay. +2. Alright, +2. Alright, what I'm going to do is do a rotation. Oh, I should copy it first, shouldn't I? Let's just copy that. And then just excuse me for one moment while I figure out some of the more useful... I've got a list of commands somewhere. Commands, yes, here we are. Demonstrate object. Apparently I didn't make I didn't remind myself how to rotate objects, which was dumb. So I think you can do, maybe we can just do a rotation. So I can just do, so let's do, oh, I need to stand next to it, don't I? Do I? Maybe I don't. No, I don't think I do. If I come here and I go rotate 15, 10, 20, no. Let's do 15, 10, 10. Paste. Alright, yeah, kind of like that. That kind of works. In fact, it's kind of the right rotation. I just need to now get it to do... so I need to do paste dash M air, is it? A skips air blocks, okay. Dash A. No. Yeah, it kind of worked, except that I don't want to copy, so let's go back over there. I'm just going to copy the leaves. Alright, good night, friend. Yeah, if the water around the narrow part was a bit shallower. Yeah, I think maybe I should do that. That might help, to be honest. I did make it a little bit shallower. So let's try this again. Copy dash M. Copy help. Copy sets a source mask so that excluded blocks become air. Dash M. 17. Alright. Now we do our rotate command. And then we do a paste. And what we should get is a suspiciously similar. Oops. So I do / paste dash A. Oh, okay, wrong one. So I copied only the wood, but that's of course not what I wanted to do. I wanted to copy only the leaves. Oh, I've actually got some extra leaves down there, but I can punch those out. That's no worries. Yeah, okay. Let's try that one more time. So let's go. I'm sure we can do it this time. So it's copy mask 18. There we go. Then we do our rotate command. Rotate command, then we fly over here, and we go here, and we do the paste command. And hopefully this should have saved us a little bit of time. Paste. No, still not right. We need to do a paste dash A. Yeah. Cheater. Probably wouldn't know that it was a duplicate either. Easy. Yeah, well I can show you what I did actually, George. So I did get the sand to be smoother by removing the water and then smoothing it in. I didn't get it to the right shape. We can still see that it's got these diagonals here and it's like discontinuous, so I've been slowly working my way through a little bit, trying to make it a little bit more continuous and a little bit less, well yeah, discontinuous I suppose. By that I mean we have this discontinuity where it changes from one pattern to another abruptly, which is not really what we want. Also, I need to put some sandstone on, apparently. More sandstone. I'm just trying to do a little bit of curving. Hello! Yeah, so... just thinking maybe we want to get something in there. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Hello, friend. We have some friends from Russia here. How are you today? Let's actually go in with some leaves and see if we can tidy up the leaves a little bit, because we've created a little bit of an odd shape. In some places. Missing some leaves here, for example. This boy wants to be suppressed a bit, I think, or depressed is what I should have said, not suppressed. Suppressed is something quite different. This guy here looks pretty okay. This one here, again, looks pretty okay. Hello, Doge. Good morning, friend. What are you doing? Oh, we've still got tea. And it's still not cold, so there's that. Double win. You guys got any tea? If not, get your tea now. You have permission to acquire tea. It's an instruction, in fact. You have instructions to acquire tea by any means necessary. No, that's untrue. Don't kill for tea. Cool. I think that's good enough. Maybe we can get some coconuts. I'm just gonna grab a couple from over here. So, go away, you. Nice. I love these terracotta blocks. They're beautiful. I have no idea why it took so long for Minecraft to get these most basic blocks, the concrete and the terracotta. Like, people have been asking for a plain block since time immemorial, since Minecraft first began. People have been asking for these plain blocks. I'm going to raise this up, actually. I think it looks a bit weird being a little bit lower. So let's see if we can do that using some intelligence. So if I go down to here, pause 2, and I do a copy, screw it, let's just do a copy, and we'll paste, and we'll do a paste again. Whoa, not like that. Paste again, and then we'll do a selection to clear the selection, and we just raised that area a little bit, and we can depress this one again. So we'll do that now. So we'll do a lift, not lift. Yeah, lift brush. How big is this? About the right size. So we're just going to use this lift brush just to re-depress the areas that we didn't really want to overgrow there. So kind of the square edges. We can try and smooth out a little bit the damage we did. definitely get a little bit of a... yes, through there. And there. Yep, and we can take a... Let's take a blend ball now. BBB. And we'll just use this to hopefully smooth out a little bit. Okay, just causing a lot of damage with the blend ball, but it's okay. We can resolve that later. So the blend ball doesn't like working with small, thin areas, unfortunately. But really what I'm trying to use the blend ball to do here is to interact with the air, and instead it also interacts with other block types, so we end up destroying the sand because it's a very thin layer. Yeah, the PS4 should definitely perform a lot better at playing this. And there we are. Nearly there. I actually want to just blend in here too, so that we don't just have this sudden discontinuity. Word of the day, kids: discontinuity. When one pattern immediately becomes another pattern. It's a physics term. I don't know if it's a mathematics term, really, isn't it? So let's do a cylinder grass 3. V cylinder grass 3. So we can use this just to repair some of the damage we did, and we will do so. There we go. That's a little bit of damage repaired, and we can bring this one out a little too. And we'll leave that rocky outcropping there. I think it looks quite nice. We are going to want to use let's use an air cylinder. We can use this just to take the... Whoops. My server's getting a bit slow for some reason, so we're just going to take the top off here. And I had a little look at how we could use brushes only on certain areas, and I think I figured out how to do it, maybe. So we can have a go here. I'm going to try and do an overlay brush. B overlay D1 MM. Oh, info. Let's try info. Okay, that didn't work. Never mind. That's immediately just spoiled my idea. Okay. Well, we can do B overlay D1. And we can do V here for the sand. Oh, I think I figured out how I could do it actually, but it's okay. We don't need to do it anyway. So I'm just going to overlay all of this sandstone with sand, and actually we need to still do a lot more smoothing here. I don't know why I've started doing this now. It's a bit early. Early days. Okay. A little bit of a low performance from my server today. There we go. Who knows why? Computers, how do they work? I should know that really. So let's see here. Let's do a B. Is this an air cylinder? I think it is. I'm going to take a 2. I'm just going to try and actually make a more interesting, smoother shape here. So I'm going to work along here and work this edge to be kind of about, so we get kind of, what's the word, kind of constant depth, I suppose, constant gradient. I'm going to try and take this through here a little bit. Get it just just on the edge there. Yes, good. Cool, cool. Nice, nice. Maybe we need to do a little bit of punching by hand here now, I think is going to be necessary. So just because we're getting kind of running out of space a little bit, I don't want to use the cylinder anymore because I can do too much damage. So I'm just trying to... Well, the reason I don't want to use the cylinder is I don't want it to be... All I'm effectively going to do is just push this whole edge back if I use the same amount of depth on each step. Add the same amount of depth to each step. Which isn't really what I want to do. I'm trying to break up these steps so that they become separate. Here though, still got a little bit of room here. I love this track. Is it style? Do you know what it is? It's not style, is it? Maybe it is style. And going to take the edge off here too, so we can try and move this out. We're kind of digging out these lower steps, and I think we might want to extend some of these down a little bit to give us a little bit more room to play with. And I think we're getting it a little bit. We're getting that space that I'm going to want. So yes, I think that's better. We need to get rid of this. We've got kind of a little bit of a bulging effect here, and I don't really want that. I want it to be kind of all convex the whole way along, so let's try and remedy that a little. And do so with our fists. Bang, bang, bang. Yes, okay. Good, but we still have this kind of bulging here, so we'll push this back too. Oh no, we have a problem. Just lost connection to the server. Goodness me, what's happened to my server? Weird. Just timed out. No reason. No explanation. Alright, well, fine. So, we go back to this. What just happened? That's weird. Go. I think lagged back a little bit, like a lags rubber banding. Boing! And yes, we need to take out a little bit more in the middle here. Yes, and let's bulk out just a little here. And then we're going to go for a covering layer. So we're going to cover this all with sand. It's a little bit tricky to begin with, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, having hard mode kind of doesn't make sense really. Minecraft's not a very hard game. Like, even if you die, it's just frustrating. Not really big. You lose some stuff sometimes, but not always. You know, it's a little bit. It's not like a fun kind of hard. It's just frustrating kind of hard. Like, oh great, I get to now have to survive the night with no shelter and no weapons or items. I'm just dead, and then I just die for 5 more minutes until daytime comes, and then no worries. I mean, as a concept, you know, the title survival is just wrong. Like, Minecraft's not about survival. It could have been, but I mean, that's like more like what's Fortnite? Fortnite is kind of supposed to be that way, right? Originally. Okay, well that's kind of resolved that beach a little bit more. Actually, it looks a lot better now. Let's do an overlay. Actually, we still got a lot of space here. Maybe we should push it back a little more. Oh yes, right. I lost my connection, didn't I? BR cylinder air 2. That's nice. I've got some pretty decent Wi-Fi actually. I haven't got fiber optic, but it's still okay, the Wi-Fi that I have, so I'm pretty pleased with my Wi-Fi too. We can be pleased with the Wi-Fi club. And let's push this back a little more. Don't want to use brush for this. I watched a Fortnite stream yesterday. Well, not watched it, but I saw it for a bit while I was trying to work out whether I could connect. I understand if you have Amazon Prime, you can get Twitch Prime for free, is it? Like, Amazon Prime and Twitch Prime are like the same or something? I don't know. Or having Amazon Prime means you have Twitch Prime. But, yeah, I couldn't figure it out, so I just gave up. Get a stream instead. I mean, I couldn't figure out the Twitch Prime thing. But yeah, I was confused by what I saw. Like, there was a bunch of people messing around on a gigantic construction that they were just both simultaneously building and destroying and killing each other, and it was just kind of weird. Not really what I imagined. Not really, yeah, what I expected, to be honest. Okay. Hello, friend. Cool. That looks pretty nice. I'm just gonna take a real quick bathroom break, so just excuse me for one moment. Get yourself a drink, have a stretch or something. I'll be right back in just a moment. Some more water. Good afternoon. Good morning, I suppose. Nice. I would want to visit this place, to be honest. It looks beautiful. Kind of excited about how this is going to kind of turn out when it's done. So then, I suppose let's get some sandy boys in here. This might not be the best way of doing this, but I started now. Alright, damn well, you tend to finish. I started telling a story yesterday about when I was in New Zealand. Whether I should continue, I don't know if you weren't here, were you, George? Maybe I should start at the beginning again. Uh-oh. It's okay. Weird. Like a low frame rate? I don't know what it is. Causing it. Maybe it's too much render distance. That's just... Oh dear. I've just noticed that the render distance was down. Is a problem because I was rendering videos before, so I think resolve that. Re-render them with a higher render distance, I suppose. There we go. Cool. Let's actually try stretch this line out here a little bit while we're doing a little bit of handwork through here. Here, because it makes sense, I think, to have one. Yes. Get a little bit of sandbank maybe over here. Gosh, my neck. Bad sounds. So then, some more tree boys, I guess. What I'm intending to do, trees. Just let's put another one in here. Yeah, let's do down in there. I don't like the fact there's grass down there, it doesn't look right. Yes. And another palmy armor. Palm. I suppose palm will do. Description. Palm tree. There's another one. Another palm boy. I'm gonna actually just plump it out a little bit. It's a bit weird. Slightly better. And let's see. Maybe I could do something with the beach here. Maybe I don't need to. I mean, the beach here looks kind of nice already, doesn't it? Maybe I can smooth out just a little bit some of these sandy areas. Kind of work around this stone to make kind of a, hoping a bit of a more realistic kind of shape. It can take a long time to do this entire beach in this way, but I guess if we do it a little bit at a time, we can probably make the sand look a bit more sandier. Sand is the sandiest. Yeah, that's right. Actually, I don't know. It's probably copyrighted. I don't know if that's a real song or it's just on the Fallout soundtrack. It's probably real, and I'm probably just showing that I'm an uncultured swine, but I only know it from the Fallout soundtrack. Cool. Just smooth that out a little. I love how these little rock pools look. It's so nice. Should have. I think that's good. I think they're good how they are. I don't think they need any more work. Yeah, there's grass on the edge here. I think it's fine. I can stay. And sandy. Sand in there. Oh, a hole. Yeah. Nice. Oh gosh, more palm trees really, I think is what needs to happen next. Maybe we can do some, let's do some jungle trees real quick. Bee tree, jungle, small jungle, it's called small jungle. Put a couple of those in. Oop, there's one, another one, another one. I should probably do the same along the other side here, actually. Because we have this kind of weird space in front of the in the palm trees and the jungle trees, which is just odd. I think it should be there. Nice. I think it should be more palm trees, but I'm just bored of palm trees. Let's do some more terraforming. Let's terraform out the back here. In fact, I think I want to pull this spur down onto here. So let's see if we can do that. We'll do a BE lift. This is going to be a big lift, so it's probably going to create a very odd looking structure, but it's okay. You know what, that's, you know what I should do actually. It's a little bit easier. Maybe a bit late now. Okay. I'm going to do a B. Okay. VR catenary. Whoa, 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 whoa! Stop, 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 stop! Please. Let's undo those. So I'm going to do B catenary stone. 1.2. 2. VR. Alright, let's go here. So from here up to here. Kinda works. The same thing from here up to here. And from here up to here. Say from here. Come on. It's really struggling now. I don't know why. I think I'm going to need to find a new solution for my server actually, because this laptop seems like it's just dying. It's too much for it apparently. Not like that, I think. Go to there. Alrighty. Well, that really worked pretty well, actually. So, let's do now a BB. A blend ball. And we may make it kind of slightly larger, and we'll just use this. Okay, what's it doing now? Who knows what it's going to do now? Except for struggle. Let me check what's happened here. I think something's going wrong with the, Is it? My goodness. I don't understand why it's taking... A lot of my memory is going to, it's going to Firefox for some reason. And a lot of it's going to Restream Chat, actually. How strange. Restream Chat and Firefox taking up a lot of memory. I might need to just change it into just a dedicated server and forget using it for anything else. Oh well. We're back in business now anyway. Ew. Hello, by the way, it's been a while. How you doing, friend? Let's do a B overlay D3, and we want a V dirt. And hopefully using this we can just overlay our... Well, that's good news probably, I would say. Oh, you have a new job. What are you doing now? Were you managing a grocery store, was it? You said before, I think? Alrighty, so I'm going to overlay now with grass this place. And then I'm going to try... Oh, okay, that could be cool. What happened here? Did I do do that deliberately? Oh, I guess I did. Oops. And let's see here. I think I want to put sand down. So BR cylinder sand 3. Just gonna put some sand down around here. I want to have a separation here between the grass and the sand. Yes, nice. And we got a little bit of sand in here, I think. Cool, cool, cool. Let's try a... Well, I hope it works out for you. Should be, you know, if you can stick at it, I suppose it should come out in the wash. That's what I always say. And if it doesn't, well, you know, worse things happen at sea. So this is a bit regular. I'm going to try a new technique. Oh, how about that? B-E-R-E. No. B-R-E, is it? Randomy road. Oh. It worked. It did something good. Okay. My server is struggling again. Yay. Goodness me. Maybe I need to allocate more memory to it. I don't know if I can do that. Yeah, it's really struggling. Have I disconnected? No, no disconnection. Oh, there we go. We got it. Whoa, okay. Not like that, please. This is not working as I intended. Well, it's just not working full stop. The server's having serious difficulty. Yeah, I think it must be at its maximum amount of memory. Okay, well, I know that I can fix this, but I think I can fix this. I don't know. Alright. I hope to see you later. Bye-bye, friend. Screw it. Can't stop us placing blocks by hand. Yeah. I guess the game just wants me to build trees. That's what it's saying, I think. So then. More trees, I guess. I think I'll do a couple more trees and then I'll call it a day slightly early so that I can fix the server before I go to work, because I think I know what the problem is. I think I've just not got enough memory on the server for whatever reason. I don't know what's taking up all the memory, to be honest. It's not exactly like a complicated thing, but more server memory I think will help. Alrighty, let's get some more leaves on here. Goodness me. Hello. Yuri, how are you, friend? Apart from busy. I've been busy. As I'm sure you're aware, building frickin' trees, slowest and most arduous process in the universe. Physicists have determined that building trees is the most boring thing one can do. been proven by science. Yeah, good enough, whatever. Another tree. Another tree done. Oh, it should look good on the time-lapse, to be honest, all these tree buildings. Tree buildings. Excuse me. Just gonna extend the grass a little. But really, I think I should have trees all the way up to the edge, shouldn't I? And kind of hanging over. That's good. English is the lingua franca of the modern world. Which is a funny statement to say, isn't it? But it's true. I'm just gonna have a little punch around here because I'm going mad building trees, and I feel like maybe I can break up these rather repetitive looking sandbanks a little. You can get a few smoother curves. Instead of these let's get some stone in here, actually, in this section. I think that's what we need. I think this is... well, I think this should be stone. Oh, like this. Yes. That makes more sense, doesn't it? We got rid of our coconuts here, actually, didn't we? Let's put another one down. Plop. Oh no, what did I do? Whoa, let's not do that. Yes, that's right. I was halfway through that story. I was talking about the Italian guy. I'll finish the story if you're here anyway. With this Italian guy, and as I say, the first time I met him, I thought, well, he seems a bit strange. In fact, the way he introduced himself is, who is cooking today? I'm a vegan. I'm like, I'm cooking vegan food, no problemo. We can cook vegan, no worries. And then he says, oh, I will cook. And I'm like, okay. And then I go back to work, and he goes to his room, and I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what he's doing. He's doing something. I don't know if he was taking drugs or what. Maybe he was taking drugs of some description. But he came back like 20 minutes later, and he's like, oh, actually, can you cook? I'm so tired. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I already agreed to cook. Like, there's no big issue here, friend. And so then, yeah, we cooked it, and he was telling me, shout out to the Gamer 182. Thank you for subscribing. And yes, so he says, no. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds funny. Yeah, he's telling me how tired he is and whatever, and I'm like, this is kind of weird. Why are you making excuses? You haven't even done anything. So that was the first time we met him. Oh yeah, and then he came to the kitchen, and he starts just railing on like non-vegans. You know how some vegans are like super militant about how animals are terrible, killing animals is terrible, and non-vegans are horrible people. And I'm like, I'm trying to cook food here for you, actually, vegan food, like you asked for. So you can just chill out, friend. On another occasion, actually, we had the kitchen. So it's in New Zealand, there's a bunch of bugs, and it's an old house, so there's loads of doors and windows, and we were getting so many flies coming in. and we had Airbnb guests, yeah? And so we're providing breakfast for them, and there's flies buzzing everywhere. And I'm like, it's not very good, is it? People don't want to see that. They don't want to see flies landing on their food before they're eating it. So I'm like, we should get some fly paper. And the vegan guy was just like, no fly paper. I would rather the flies go on everything. And I'm like, well, we have guests, you know? And he's like, don't go to India. I'm like, okay, but we're not in India and we have guests. So we should probably get some fly paper to get rid of the flies. But no, actually we ended up not. Yeah, so many bugs. The house was full of them, actually. It's a particular house. Loads of like little bug boys kept getting in. Salamanders too. I think no, not salamanders. Is it skink? Hello. Little lizards, kind of like a newt, kept kind of getting into the house. So there was like loads of them. Yeah, really kind of nice. So much nature in New Zealand. It hasn't been destroyed at all, which is sweet. Well, it has been destroyed a little bit. The kiwis are nearly extinct, and the giant moa is extinct. So I guess they kind of messed up a little bit. But it's not too bad. I'm just building out a little bit more here. Smooth that slightly. Oh gosh. Oh, also the guy, this guy I was talking about earlier, the Italian guy, he was never invited back to the place, it turns out later. I spoke with the boss at one point and he says, oh, I didn't realise he'd come back. I preferred he hadn't come back. So that was a weird thing. Just a general douchebag. Oh, and the final story, the final thing that happened, the thing that finally pushed us over the edge, we met this farmer. We were talking to this farmer guy, and he tells us a story about how some backpackers were murdered. Two Swedish backpackers had been murdered, and this guy had this guy's friend had actually seen the kidnapper with his victim while out on a hiking trail. He said he'd been walking along a hiking trail and he'd seen these two people. One in a... This is a really sad story, actually. It's kind of... This is stuck with me. He saw these two people. This one person in a poncho, like a rain poncho, just like kind of hunched over, and the other guy with a hatchet, like an axe in his hand. And he held the axe for the entire... They had like a small conversation. He held the axe for the entire time, just holding this hatchet. And yeah, it's his testimony helped get this guy put away in jail. But yeah, it was kind of very hair-raising. At which point I was like, nope, this guy is extremely strange, extremely weird, extremely aggressive at times, and I am done. I am out. And we left before he got a chance to kill us with a hatchet. Yeah. Very, very odd. Hello, Jason. I should say, obviously not the Italian guy was not the murderer. That was a completely separate story, but it was the timing of the whole thing. I was like, no. It just really underscored kind of how weird the situation was. You know, in a foreign country, in the middle of nowhere, in a house full of strangers, with no locks on the doors or anything. Yeah, really weird. Time for leaving is what I figured. Oh, welcome, new follower. It was... I don't know who it was because I closed my tab to try and save some memory. So, thank you for following, whoever you were. I can't see, unfortunately, who you are. You can make yourself known. Is it Jason? So let's just complete the resanding of this area. Oh, let's undo that. I definitely hit an area I wasn't supposed to hit. Just there. Yeah, up until then we'd been very trusting, and we had some great times, to be honest, with trusting strangers, basically. On another occasion, we were running a B&B. That's like basically a hotel. The owner was away, so it was just us, and I guess because I was the male of the couple of us, that people kind of just put me flagged me as kind of the boss while we were the only ones kind of running it. And at one point, it's the middle of the night, right? It's not the middle of the night, but I've just gone to bed. It's 10 o'clock at night. And I'm in bed, and one of the guests comes and he knocks on the window, and so I get up and I'm like, ugh, what's going on? And there's this guy, he's talking to me, and he's jabbering away in his Kiwi dialect. I'm like, what are you saying? What are you saying? And he says, some French girls. Some French girls are here. And I'm like, what? It's 10 o'clock at night. What are you talking about? So we go to the door, and there's two French girls here. And some poor Kiwi guy has picked them up on the side of the road and brought them in because they were kind of hitchhiking late and they had no accommodation. And they're like, oh, hello, hug me, whatever. And I'm like, well, hold your horses, girls. I'm not sure that we can help you really. And the guy's like, can you give them a room? They need a room, and I'm like, yeah, I can give you a room. It'll be whatever, $40 or whatever, cheap. We were pretty cheap, pretty reasonably priced. One of the cheapest places in the area, but I didn't want to give away someone else's rooms. You know, it wasn't my business. And so it was kind of heartbreaking. They're like, no, it's too expensive, and they're like fucking like crying or whatever, and they get back in the car with the guy, and it's 10 o'clock at night, and they drive away to try and find some other accommodation. And I'm like, what is going on? Really weird to just be, yeah, let's say, woken up in the middle of the night by one of the guests. Like, where's the fire? Where's the fire? And yeah, trying to find accommodation at 10 o'clock at night, and then turning down accommodation at 10 o'clock at night. You gotta be nuts. Hello, Cam. Okay, I think we are kind of approaching the end of our time here. In fact, we're definitely approaching the end of our time. I think I need to call it a day because I want to try and fix the server before I go to work today, so that we won't have the same problem in future. So I think I'm gonna... Yeah, I think that might have been it. Maybe, not at the moment, Cam. I'm sorry, it's a private server, just me on it. Yeah, I think that may have been what was happening, to be honest, Yuri. That they were like just trying to... They wanted someone to take pity on them and give them a room for free, but, you know, I'm operating someone else's business. I can't give you a free room, what? I'll let you stay in someone else's house for free. So yeah, I had to turn them away, and I felt awful. Like I couldn't sleep thinking about it. I was like, oh gosh, what's happened to the girls? But they're okay. But as I say, we were the cheapest place, and also, you know, 10 o'clock at night in a country town with three, four like places you could stay in. It's kind of surprising that they expected to be able to, well, that they would turn it down at that point. I think is really surprising. Anyway, I must go, and I will catch up with you all next time, or perhaps it's just you, Yuri. I'll catch up with my viewers next time. So bye bye, everybody. This is not how we end this.